Hey guys, what's up? Rascal Ryan 521 here to bring back a much anticipated video, at least for you Sons of Anarchy fans. And today this is going to be my video on my custom painted Lego Sons of Anarchy minifigures. I've worked on these for quite a while now. I just recently figured they're about ready to show. I did destroy a few figures. I tore apart my my Nero figure because I needed the pieces. My Unser figure just because I couldn't really figure out any outfit. I couldn't really find a good outfit to paint him in. I had the pieces. Didn't really have a face. Lego head that matched what Nero looks like. So the figure was just scrapped because I couldn't really think of anything to do with him. And Chucky was just kind of, I didn't feel he was an important enough character to make a minifigure on, so I destroyed him too. But in total, let's see, looking back, it looks like we got 12 figures to show you guys. And I'm pretty fond of all of them, actually. I'd say I have a couple of favorites in particular, but we'll get to that when we get to that. But just letting you know, some major spoilers here. I'm going to be giving out some spoilers from the Season 6 finale. And I've also got a spoiler from the from Season 7. Unless you've seen up to the the fourth to last episode of the series, then you might want to beware. So, let's get started right away. And first off, we're going to start with the man himself, Jax Teller. And the outfit, he was actually one of the last figures I did, because the outfit I painted him in, I knew was going to be extremely hard to do. To this day, he's one of the hardest characters I've ever painted. And he's basically, he's painted in this outfit, he wears it a lot in the later seasons, even more in the last episode. It's basically like this gray and like a dark blue checkered shirt with like white stripes on it and whatnot. Kind of an iconic outfit, I guess you'd say, for him. I was kind of going through some scenes in the series, and usually he wears this quite a bit, so I figured this would be a good outfit to paint him in. And I think it looks a lot like him. As you can see with the face, I kind of used a pencil eraser to get rid of a lot of like the stubble on the side of his face. I just wanted to have the goatee. He's got a Prince of Persia head. This hair might be a little too dark for him, but I think it's kind of the right hairstyle. I could maybe paint it blonde someday, but I kind of like it how it is. As you can see, like I said, his torso, it looks a little sloppy, but that checkered pattern is so hard to do on such a small figure that, you know, I tried my best. And then he's got his cut on with this VP, or I guess you'd say he'd probably be the president at this point. Like, you know, his president patch and his Redwood original. He's got his handgun. He has the biker pants with a gold belt buckle painted on his white sneakers that I remember when this last season was airing, all over the IMDb message boards, people were commenting like, how does he not get his white sneakers all dirty after everything he's gone through? It's like, yeah, they're spotless in every episode. You can just see we got the pattern on his checkered shirt painted even on the back and on the back of his arms. And then if we move his hand up a little bit, we've got his little knife holster, or I think holster would probably be the right word for it. So that's pretty cool. I thought about doing it on the front of his leg, but I didn't really have enough room. It's kind of obscure when it's on the side, but no biggie. So there is Jax Teller. And by the way, just letting you guys know, I just realized I have a figure that actually has a spoiler from the last episode painted onto him. So just letting you know, a spoiler alert for pretty much the entire, the end of the series, really. Not a big spoiler, but there's something from the last episode that I painted on, and I figured I should let you guys know. But that's not coming up for a few more minutes. But next up we have Gemma Teller. So she's pretty basic, but she's such an important character. I even said in my first Sons of Anarchy custom figure video before I did all the painting, I think other than Jax, Gemma is pretty much the main character. As you can see, she's got some high heels painted onto her. You can even see like the little loop or whatever, or not the loop, the little gap or whatever. I don't really know what to call it. You can kind of see that little detail, like the little empty area right there. But her shirt is from the Harry Potter theme, as is her head and her hair. That hair with the blonde streaks, I think, matches her perfectly. It's almost like it was made for this figure. The only other really details I painted on her were the little skin patch right there by her neck. And then, big spoiler alert for the Season 6 finale, she's got the bloody fork or a turkey fork. I think it wasn't like a standard fork. It was kind of like something you use to like carve a turkey or whatnot. But yeah, she's got the bloody turkey fork that she uses to stab Tara to death. So, on that note, there is Gemma Teller. There's a look at the back of her. See, the boots don't really match up, but see, like right there, the lines don't really match up, but oh well. So yeah, there is Gemma Teller. Next up here we have Clay Morrow, one of the coolest characters of the show for the first few seasons. So let's start off with him. I love the way his torso came out. I think the paint, whatever I did, I must have mixed it really well because it didn't come out lumpy at all. I think it actually looks pretty good. It came out looking, because I did have to mix that paint. It was like a black and a light gray, and it looks like it matches just perfectly with the dark gray sleeves he's wearing. So I'm really happy about that. I think that turned out cool. So his torso looks nice. As you can see on his cut, he's got some his patches. He's got his AK, which has the little couple of brown markings painted onto it. Well, just the one really in the middle. And then, as you can see, I painted skin color on it to make it look like he's wearing a short sleeve shirt. You can see the pattern for his gray shirt going all the way around. Sons of Anarchy Redwood original paint or decal on the back. I just realized not too long ago it should actually, the Redwood original down there should actually say California. I shouldn't say Redwood original, like, to be more accurate to the show, but I didn't want to go and print off a bunch of other new decals, so I just kept it with this. So, don't hate me for that in the comments. Not too fond of his hair. It looks kind of cartoony, but that was the only hair that I really had that I thought would match, that really matched him, I think. I thought about maybe painting another hairstyle gray, but I think this one works, does its job. Maybe I'll change it in the future. And then I think that face represents him perfectly. I might paint on a goatee instead of just having the mustache later on in the future, but if I do that, I will show you guys that in a separate video. So there is Clay Morrow. Next up, we have Tig Trager, and I'm pretty fond of this figure. I think he turned out looking really cool. His hair is probably my least favorite part, and his hair isn't his hair isn't extremely accurate to the show. Lego doesn't really make hair that's like all curly, kind of like his hair was. I didn't really. This is the closest I could find. I think that face matches him pretty well with the goatee and everything from Prince of Persia. You can see he's got like his button-up shirt painted onto his torso with his patches. You can see the little skin showing from like the V-neck shirt. You can also see he's wearing a short sleeve shirt. Well, I actually don't think it was short sleeve. I think it's like more like rolled up. I think like the sleeves are kind of like rolled up, if you know what I mean. Now he's got his handgun. And then he's got his Redwood original Sons of Anarchy patch on the back, the decal that I have on a lot of these figures. And pretty basic figure. I kind of continued along like the pattern of the shirt onto the legs. But yeah, there's Tig Trager. Next up, we have Chibs Telford, I think is his last name. I'm pretty sure, from what I remember. But yeah, next up we have Chibs. Pretty cool, same pants as Jax had. I just didn't paint anything onto them. He's got a cool little looking handgun. Ooh, perfect timing. I can hear a motorcycle going by my house outside. What a coincidence. His torso, as you can see, has his patches painted on. He's got like a kind of like a zip-up shirt on with some I don't know, the black markings are just for, I don't know, like wrinkles and whatnot. You can see a little bit of his skin showing. Then his face is from an older Batman set with a goatee painted on. Because, he always wears the sunglasses, so I think that face resembles him perfectly. The hair is probably about the closest I could find that matches his hair. He has a hairstyle that's kind of really weird looking in like the later seasons. There's not really a hairpiece Lego has to match that. This is kind of like his hairstyle earlier on in the show. He's got some got leather pretty much all the way around, even some gloves on him, because as you know, he usually wears a lot of leather, so doesn't leave a lot of skin showing. You see the Sons of Anarchy, that's starting to peel off. Might have to put another one on there. But yeah, there is Chibs. Jesus Christ, Jockey Boy. Spoilers for Season 7. This figure has, in particular, has big spoilers on him, so I'm just letting you know that. But this is Bobby Munson, or Bobby Elvis. He kind of goes by both, I guess. But this figure is, like I say, huge spoilers for Season 7. This is kind of when he gets tortured by, I can't think of the guy's name now. It's not Miles. I think it's something like Bible related, isn't it? Moses, that's it. Yeah, Moses. So yeah, this is when he gets tortured by Moses. As you can see, he's got the cast on his hand from when they broke his clutch hand. And then he's got probably my favorite detail on him. One of the reasons why he's one of my favorite figures here. His eye cut out. Because as you remember, they sent a package of them cutting out his eye. And then his eye, like, wrapped in like a towel. They sent that to the Sons as like a message. And as you can see, he's got some skin showing from his sleeves being rolled up. He's got a button-up shirt painted on, and then he's got a shotgun. And his beard, I put a little bit of clay on there to kind of make it look more like a beard, you know, so you can kind of line up with the torso almost. I think it looks pretty cool. And his hair, I'm not entirely fond of. I mean, it looks good. It actually makes the figure look good, but it's not entirely accurate to the show. I wouldn't say I don't think his hair was ever really that long. But I'm still pretty proud of it. I think I still like it. Comment down below if you think I should keep this painted on beard with him, or if I should switch it to Gandalf beard, because that's what I had on him before, but I thought that was a little too long. But I'm also not entirely sure if I'm sold on this one. So comment down below what you think I should do. And I don't know if I already said it, but he does have a shotgun. And yeah, there is Bobby Munson. Next up, we have Opie Winston, one of the coolest characters in the whole show. Very, very sad about his death. I'm still not over that. Yeah, he was a great character. Really cool. But let's see. On the figure, as you can see, we've got his cut painted on, like always. I try to do some... If you notice, all the figures have, like, little gray markings on their cut. I don't know, just to kind of give it extra detail, I guess. Little, just little lines and whatnot, just paint on, just, I don't know, extra detail, make it look more like it's like shiny leather or whatever. But as you can see, since I painted paint over paint, it came out looking really weird for this particular figure. But no matter, we've still got some, still looks pretty nice. He's got his patches painted on, and then he's got a gray shirt painted underneath, a pretty generic, not a very detailed shirt, but there's not really much I could do with it. And then as you can see, he's got Guoguan's face with the beard painted like a darker brown color. He's got some blood stains, sorry, painted onto his bat. As kind of a callback to his death scene from season 5. And then on his back, if we take his hair off, I kind of put his cut on a little sloppily. It's not really centered very well, but it still works. His hair's covering it mostly anyway, so see like that. You can barely see it anyway. So there is Opie Winston. Next up, we have one of the most detailed and one of my most favorite figures in the bunch. This is Juice. He was one of the coolest Sons, one of the coolest characters in the whole show. I guess I just really like to damage TV characters, like with Juice and Jesse Pinkman from Breaking Bad being like two of my all-time favorite television characters. I just guess those damage characters, just, I don't know, there's so many layers to them. I guess that I just really like them. But boy, he's got a lot of details. He's got some light gray shoes painted onto his jeans. As you can see, he has a t-shirt with some of the shirt kind of hanging off to the side onto his pants. He's got his patches on his cut. And then, as you can see, he's wearing gloves. You can see the skin showing through. He's wearing a short sleeve shirt with gloves on. He's got a pistol with a silencer. And then, was that light just flickering? I don't know if that was just in my head or if the light was just flickering. It's hard to tell. But yeah, he's got some skin. Sorry about that. You can see the skin on his arm from a short sleeve shirt. And he's got his Sons of Anarchy patch on the back. And then one of the most notable features, one of my favorite features on this figure, he's got his signature mohawk with the little lightning tattoos, or whatever those are, the little tattoos painted on the side of his head. I think the tattoos were black. I'm taking a closer look when I was looking at pictures after I painted. I'm like, oh crap, the tattoos are black. But I kept them as gray because I didn't want them to be mistaken for hair or something. I wanted to show that they were tattoos and not hair. So, there are his tats. And his awesome mohawk. I love the way that turned out. And there is Juice. Next up, we have Happy, the character with the finale spoiler, so you've been warned. As you can see, he's wearing a t-shirt, a lot like Juice's, but his turned out a little bit better. As you can see, he's got his patches painted on. A couple markings on his cut. Oops. And then as you can see, he's got like a t-shirt kind of drooping down to his legs. He's wearing short sleeve shirt, so you can see his arms kind of sticking through again like Juice. A lot of similarities to Juice, this figure has. Those Sons of Anarchy logos, you can see this one's kind of peeling off a little bit too. He's got a handgun. I think that Mandalorian face represents him pretty well. I just think that kind of looks like him. And then the finale spoiler, as you can see on his arm, he's got the blood from the gunshot wound when they remember their Chibs shot him in the arm and to help Jax escape, pretty much, almost, you know, make it look like Jax put up a struggle, shot Happy in the arm, and then escaped. So that's how you can kind of see like the skin showing through his V-neck shirt. And yeah, I'm pretty happy with this guy. Happy, get the pun, and never mind, let's move on. Next up, we have Tara, which in all honesty is an awesome character, but the most boring figure out of the bunch by far, mainly because she has almost little to nothing painted onto her, because I didn't really know what to paint on her. I wasn't even sure if this is one of those figures I actually almost destroyed along with Nero, Unser, and Chucky, but I figured she's too important, I guess, to destroy. She's still a major character in the show. Oh, whoops. Okay, come on. There we go. So yeah, you can see there's her back. Nothing painted on that. The only thing I've got painted on her is the skin to cover up the yellow skin, because that was originally a yellow skin torso, and the little cleavage line. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it at all. That's exactly what it is. You all know that's what it is. As I said before, I love that torso. I love how convenient it is that I found one that says Tara, and especially, I mean, like I said before, she is a nurse, or a doctor, really, like a surgeon. It would make sense that she would have a name tag on her. So I thought that was a really cool coincidence, so that's why one of the main reasons I kept this figure. And then she's got long black hair. And I suppose if you want to be more accurate to like season 6, I think when she was in prison, she got a haircut. So, whoops, all my figures falling over. I suppose you could like put Chibs' hair on her for that. But that doesn't look nearly as good as the original hair I have for her does. So, yep. There is Tara Knowles. Next up is a figure that probably didn't need to be made either. A figure I probably couldn't destroy. That's Sheriff Eli Roosevelt. There is one major thing that I painted on him, though, that I do feel looks really cool, and I wanted to keep him for that simple reason. However, I might change my mind in the future, but for now, I do plan on keeping this figure. The only other thing other than that detail painted onto him are his black shoes, which you can barely even see on camera. Well, I don't know if you can see it on camera very well. Maybe it's just the lighting in here for me. Me looking at the camera screen, I can barely see him. I thought about giving him a brick arms weapon, but I think that handgun, that little revolver thing, I think that just looks cooler with him. And then he's got a standard black guy face. That's like Mace Windu's face. They put it in a lot of figures for. Whoops. And then a sheriff outfit from the minifigure series. And then the main thing I painted on him that I really like, spoiler alert for the season 6 finale, is the bullet wounds from when Juice shoots him in the back. I just think they turned out really cool, especially like the way the blood drips down. And then as you can see, I got black holes for the bullet holes. I just think it looks really cool. It's just a neat little detail. If I ever find another figure that I can mimic that same thing on, I'll paint it on them, and then I'll try and make it even better. And if it looks better than this one, then I'll just scrape the paint off this one and use these pieces for something else. But as of now, I don't have another figure to paint bullet holes on the back of, so I just kind of keep him on this guy. So, yeah, that's really about it for him. Tell me what you think of him down in the comments. And all the other ones, for that matter. Next up, we have Piney Winston, our final figure. A figure I'm actually really happy with, except for one minor detail, but we'll get to that in a minute. As you can see, he's got gray pants and then black shoes. He has the biker torso from season not season, sorry, I meant to say a series, something minifigures. I don't remember what series it was from, but same torso that Bobby had, and he's got a black shirt painted on, and then his little cord for his little air tank or whatever, you know, his oxygen tank. And he's got a sawed-off shotgun, black arms, and then blonde, like pulled back hair, whatever you want to call it. I don't really know, kind of like slicked back. And then he's got the oxygen tank tube going up his kind of up his head. And the one thing I'm not a huge fan of that I mentioned on him is his goatee. I think it looks kind of sloppy, but I didn't really know. That was like the third one I think I painted on him, and that was like the best looking one. So if that really tells you anything, yeah, I'm not really good at painting facial hair. But I'm still pretty happy with the way it turned out. It doesn't really look great up close, but I think from afar, it looks decent. And I don't think I painted anything on the back. I didn't put the Sam Crow or the Sons of Anarchy like decal on the back of him, just because, well, it was a black decal, so it wouldn't match the torso, and just because I kind of like the skull and crossbones thing. So, and there's the back of his shoes, and yeah, that is Piney, and that is our last Sons of Anarchy figure. So there you have it, guys. There are my custom Lego Sons of Anarchy minifigures. If I had to pick a favorite, I would definitely say either like Jax, Bobby. I'm really happy with Juice as well, Chibs. Tell me your favorite down in the comments. And until next time, thanks for watching, guys. See you later.